everyone, my name is Fafa and welcome to my creative cooking channel NDUDU by Fafa. NDUDU means food. Food in the Ewe language from Ghana. I'm Ghanaian. Now, what have I got for you? So you see this yam business that's been going on. So it all started with me making that stuffed yam with mozzarella. And then I moved on to the stuffed yam rings with eggs. Yes, and I got excited and I made the SHORTCRUST pastry. So of course we're going to be talking pies. But most importantly, I want to push this further, push myself further. How far can I go with yam being the main ingredient? Like, how many recipes can I create with that? It might be that never-ending story. We never ever know.
So you need to watch my previous video on how I made the SHORTCRUST pastry in using for this fluffy and absolutely beautiful yam pie that I'm going to make now. To a frying pan, I've added my flavored oil, and to that my onions. Next thing, my green chilies, and in my case I call them the kaswa pepper. Absence of that, you can still use your green chilies, not a problem. Frying this mixture for about 3 to 4 minutes to allow the infusion to take place. And because it's a quick recipe, I'm adding my minced meat. I'm going to be frying this and mixing this together as well for about 4 minutes. At this point, I'm adding my smoked paprika and to that my crushed garlic, and I'm going to be mixing this together and fry for a further 4 to 5 minutes. This is just to allow that infusion to take place as always preach and talk about. Add your freshly milled black peppercorns, and I'll be using my caraway seeds. Now caraway seeds has this pungent aniseed-like flavor. In the absence of that, you can use your normal aniseed for it. And then I'm going to be using my homemade yogurt as my sort of sauce that comes with this thing, so it makes it tangy. So bearing in mind, I've used the head part of the yam for my SHORTCRUST pastry because it has the higher starch content, and I've used that yogurt that's going to give it this tanginess, but you've got the sweetness that's going to come through from the paprika and the onions, so it's balanced, well balanced. You can add your salt to taste obviously, and you can grate some nutmeg if you wish. Now mix everything together, allow it to reduce as you can see here, and yeah, I'm just sprinkling some parsley and spring onions over it as you do, and this process took me about 15 minutes in creating it. And here I do have my filling. Bish bash bosh, easy, no fuss, perfect. You can add your ginger, whatever spices that you want to add to it, you can. Now let's move to our pastry. The pièce de resistance. By now you should know how to make your pie now. No be so. Hey, no be pie, you be turnover. Aloha de lie. So now let's do some rolling. So I floured my surface with my cornstarch and I've rolled my dough. Now I'm going to use a bowl to shape this into that beautiful disc form, and I'm going to be cutting these kind of shapes until I've used half of my dough because I'll be using the remaining one for another recipe. So just follow this process and just watch as I do it and enjoy it for a while. So now I'm just going to scoop a tablespoonful of my filling and my surprise mozzarella, and I'm just going to turn this over and then seal the tip as you do. And you can use your thumb or you can use your fork to seal that all together. And it just holds its shape beautifully. Now at this point I was nervous because this is the first one that I've made, the first pie. So of course I added my extra cornstarch to it to make sure it doesn't stick, and it's perfect. And it worked. So I've just scooped it, and in a tray I've got my corn flour that I've used as a base. I've placed that in, and I'm just going to repeat this process until I've used half the dough as I mentioned earlier. And here I'm thumb printing it as you do. So at this point, I've preheated my oven to 200 degrees, and I have got my corn flour in the tray. To that, I've also pierced my pie just to allow the heat to escape if it would explode. And I'm just brushing the surface of the pie with my egg yolk, and that's just beautiful. So place your pie in the oven and bake for 22 to 25 minutes until you have this beautiful golden crispy surface, as you can see here. The smell, the texture, look how beautiful that is. Look at that. You don't even think that there's yam in there. Ooh, the joys of cooking. Look at this. If I didn't push myself, I won't be creating this. There's a lesson here. Until you tell yourself you can do it, you won't do it. And you won't achieve anything. You need to tell yourself you can do it and push yourself and, create things, make things, move the mountains. Yes, absolutely. I'm proud of myself, absolutely. Look at this. It's gluten-free, it's fluffy, it's crunchy, it's moist. Look at that filling. What's the thing?
But anyway, if you haven't clicked that subscribe button, please do so now. And if this is your first time, you're welcome. Thank you very much for watching. And don't forget to click the notification button, which means each time I upload a video, you are notified of it and you do not miss a thing. I don't want to miss you. No, seriously, especially with this Yam series, because I will be creating it as I go along. So you guys are going to explore it and enjoy it just the same way as I do. Whether it works or not, you never know. You can only try. Yeah. I love you, Mali. Nana makwela. Kana no one kwa na not try and test him.
Oh, I can't wait to share this recipe as well with you. It looks all so elegant. Anyway, I'll leave my list of ingredients and measurements on my blog indudubyfafa.blogspot.com, so do check it out. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat as indudubyfafa, so do pass by and say hi. Noel Mindabushi, music, theme song, EDB, and Kasaide Jom. And yes, thank you guys very much for watching. Be kind, be beautiful, be yourself. Guess what? I love you for you. Peace.